What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Dugout. I'm Caleb Vaughn.
Alex Vela.
Luis Vergara. I still love that. And I'm Will Spear. This is our podcast. We're 4 ex-college baseball players. And we're just here to talk about life beyond the dugout and past college athletics and into our lives now. Every podcast that we have, we're going to have a simulated game on the TV in the background, whether that be MLB The Show, 2K, Madden, and then Vela normally will set the bets, and then we'll all make bets on that game.
I'm the dealer.
And then when the game ends, we'll go over the game lines and see who got it right. So
yes. Thank you, William.
yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Today
Very well
we're kind of celebrating the almost beginning of MLB spring training. So we're getting excited for that. So that's why we have MLB in the background. We're going to do 2 random teams, and then we're going to let it go.
Let's see it.
Baseball
What we
season.
got? Drum roll. Who we got?
KC?
We had them last time with D-Sil.
Oh yeah, D-Sil swings.
Let's not do that.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, nobody likes
Why
Kansas
would
City.
you do that?
They lost last time.
Wait, that's actually crazy. When we go back and watch this podcast, I kid you not, I did a random for that team, and I did a random for this team, and it's KC versus Cubs.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That was.
But
last
we're not
week.
doing that again today.
Wow.
But that's pretty cool.
That
Yeah,
is
we
crazy.
D-Sil's still here
can't
in spirit.
have D-Sil watch.
We don't wanna
the
see the
Royals
Cubs
lose
win again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let's see it.
Here we go.
The Twins.
Twins.
And
The
Phillies.
Phillies. All right.
Phillies, all right.
Bryce
So,
Harper.
We're
Oh,
just
well,
going to
shit.
go.
Random.
We're going to go. Yeah, go random. We're going to go a person to get a hit and the team to win. So,
We could have
Um,
done. Sorry. We could have done the Pirates versus the Phillies, so we get the poop.
The poop.
P-O-O-P.
next time.
Hey, bro,
One
it's
of these
randomized,
days.
bro.
I'm gonna. So, do you want me to set a line? I'll just say the team that I think's gonna win and a guy that I think's gonna get a hit. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Who we got?
That works.
I'm gonna go Phillies to win, and I'm gonna go Trey Turner to get a hit and a stolen base too. I'm gonna just add that, but Turner and
bad.
Phillies.
Add a little bit of.
A little sprinkle on it.
This is an easy one. Phillies are gonna win, and I'm gonna go Bryce Harper,
Take a hit.
the chosen child.
Yeah. What else?
I'm gonna go Phillies as well, and I'm gonna go Kyle Schwarber.
Oh yeah,
Anytime double.
anytime double.
Give me a
I'm
nuke.
I'm lucky
Give me a
going.
Schwarbomb.
I'm lucky going bomb for
Yeah.
for.
I like that a lot.
I'm gonna go Twins because I'm
You like being different.
Follower.
I'm the Twins
So you're gonna
and
lose.
Carlos Correa to 2+ bases.
That's
Oh wow!
All right.
Wow, very nice, very nice. Well, perfect.
Actually, that's kind of crazy. Last year, one of my goals in life is to visit all 30 ballparks. Right? It's 30 teams. I'm pretty sure, not 32. 32.
I think so. Yeah.
32 is football and 30 is baseball. Whichever one it is, we'll figure it out later. It's to visit all 30 ballparks, and I went to a Phillies game last year, and I watched them play the Twins.
That's pretty sick.
Who won?
Yeah. The Phillies.
You hear that,
Shocker.
Lucho?
Yeah.
Do you hear that, Lucho?
Shocker.
The Phillies.
That's fine. We'll see.
All right, guys. Well,
Say we got the poo, but it's poot now.
All right, William.
all right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead behind the scenes. You guys have a good episode here.
All right,
Thank you,
appreciate you, William. Hey, actually, the first thing that you can look up for us today, William, is
I believe it's
Um,
32, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
confused that. in the
How many
NFL.
teams?
how many teams are in.
We should know that too, and
yeah.
it's just like
Maybe
I
it's
don't.
30 for the NFL and
I think it's 30 for NFL, 32, and then NBA's got to be
It
what?
has to be 32.
NBA's 32.
30. Yeah,
I
NBA's
think
30.
it has to be 30.
30.
30 teams.
30
Is everyone-
teams.
what about the
30
NFL?
teams.
NBA's definitely 30.
Yeah,
15,
NBA's
15.
So
One
it's,
second
it's
here.
30 everywhere?
32 NFL teams.
32,
Wow,
You're right.
yep.
You're right. Good job.
Oh my
Good
God.
job.
See?
Trey Turner just hit a bomb.
Are you joking?
What did I say? What did I say, Lucho?
Let's go.
That's not a stolen base, but that looks
Will,
pretty
you
good.
just hit a home run first.
Not looking too good for the
Lead off
Twins.
bomb. Lead off bomb.
Wow, this episode's getting off to a hot start.
Yeah, it
That
is.
was Trey Turner, so it was actually the second batter. But
Who's lead off? Schwarber? What did he do?
Kyle
Strikeout?
yeah,
Probably struck out.
I don't know what he
punched.
did, but
He punched.
Wow, that was like fast strikeout if it was. That was even.
Yeah,
For
it was
sure.
pretty quick.
Was the game good though? The game you went to?
Oh, it was fire.
Yeah.
And I'll go back actually on my statement. It wasn't the Twins versus the Phillies. I thought it was. It was the Cardinals versus the Phillies.
I got really excited for that.
But I actually went to a game with the I went to a game last year that somebody was playing the Twins, and I got to watch Carlos Correa play. I forget who it was.
Sick. I haven't seen the last game I went was the Giants because I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah.
The Reds, right?
And they played the Reds, and they won in Cincinnati. It was pretty sick.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
I know.
You went to the bars and stuff afterwards. And they have really you could bring the
I
drinks in
didn't
and
go
out of
to
the bars.
the bars that day because it was a Sunday, but I went the day before.
That's
It's absolutely so cool.
I think we were supposed to go with you guys.
We invited you guys, but you guys couldn't go.
Yeah, we couldn't make it happen.
And it's actually so cool. Like the baseball stadium is right here, and there's a street. I think it's called the Banks.
Yeah.
And then the football stadium is on the other side, and that whole street is just full of bars, and you can actually get beer and just walk with the beer around like bar
That's
to
sick.
bar. It's actually pretty sick.
There's a bunch of like little towns like that for the baseball like parks. Like there's Wrigleyville, that's sick.
We went
bro.
there last year together.
Wrigleyville,
or
sick.
2 years ago.
That one's pretty cool.
pretty
for my
cool.
birthday.
That's
Colorado
pretty
Rockies have like the same little like strip of like bars that lead up to the Rocky Stadium. That was sick. I feel like a bunch of towns have that. Same with the Cardinals too. In St. Louis, there was a little strip there too. It was.
See why don't we have that here?
Well, I mean, we have a AAA stadium. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, they could. I feel like Indianapolis could be a nice little spot for an MLB team.
It would be
Honestly,
sick. It would have
Yeah.
NBA, NFL, and then possible MLB. I
What-
mean, we
what
have
would the name be,
we have
though?
the Indians.
The Indianapolis Baseballers.
yeah, it would be weird.
Yeah.
like that.
Bombers. Dude.
You'd have to
the
find
Indy Bombers.
Indy
huh?
Bombers.
Hey, do you?
But
Is that good? I don't know.
I don't know if
Is
that's
that
good,
appropriate?
Changing on a little topics, do you think it would work to have an actual MLB team though here? Just because we have the AAA, and the AAA is kind of like, I mean, people go, but they don't go as much.
Do I think it'd work? Is that what you're? I think Hoosiers get behind anything related to sports. They always say like we are like the ones that do basketball the right way, which is true. Like our high school, like the courts all over the state are insane, and we have a lot of people that go to colleges that make it to the league or are just absolute beasts. Greg Oden went to your high school.
Greg
Mike
Oden
Conley,
and Mike
And then
Conley.
they went to Ohio State. So I mean, I know that's so many years ago,
guess,
but I just think that we all went to the Skeens game with the Indians, and that was packed, wasn't
That
it?
was
unreal.
insane.
If we
That was
have
pretty
a
cool.
team like, I know not everyone's Skeens, and he's different anyways, like a rookie to be that type of caliber anyways. But if we get a team here, I think it would for sure work. I don't think we'd be good right off the bat. I don't know. It'd be like an expansion team or something like that. But I just think a lot of people here would just get behind it and go to games and drink.
Yeah,
beer.
I mean, that would be cool though.
That'd be awesome. I'd be a fan.
I mean, you look at like the Oakland A's, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we
That's
could.
a sad story.
That's such a sad story. And honestly, the fans didn't want that team to leave whatsoever. Like they started like not going to the games because they were saying that they were going to move. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
That's
that
why?
They're like going on strike or something.
yeah, they're going on strike, like not going to the
Why
games.
give them the money?
Exactly. If they're just going to take it away
Yeah.
from us,
And
basically.
they were
So,
losing anyways, to be honest.
yeah. Well, that's probably why. That's. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like,
probably why. Yeah.
But
so-
like by the second half of last season, they did alright though. They actually had some dudes
yeah. Now they're playing in a single A ball stadium. So
in Las Vegas.
no, it's not in Las Vegas. It's
Oh,
in,
that one is getting built?
Yeah. Will, this might be a you question. Where are the Oakland A's going? They're going to a single A stadium. I think it's like outside of LA, maybe.
I love when we have Will questions. I love it. Getting him involved and whatnot. Get him typing away over there.
Is it in
What we got,
Sacramento?
William? What we
Sacramento?
All right, yeah. So it says the Oakland Athletics will play at Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento, California
Yeah.
for 2025, 2026, and 2027.
Jesus Christ!
So
Dude, I had
all
no
three of
knowledge
them?
of that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
It says they may
All three of
also
them.
play there in 2028 if their new stadium in Las Vegas isn't built yet. So like
Oh my
potentially
God.
4 years at this
That is
at this field.
disrespectful.
That is
That's
so
bad.
bad.
That is terrible.
For
Okay,
what,
think
4
about it.
years?
So this field is the home of the Sacramento River Cats. They're a AAA team,
A
so I guess
AAA.
it'll be able to hold MLB fans better than like a single A stadium
Yeah.
would.
They don't have many fans.
I mean, you
anyways,
think. I mean, you
but,
think about it though. Like, that's not like that's not cool.
Yeah, that's
What
kind
is
of
it going to be
up.
called again?
It's kind of messed up.
The Las Vegas A's, right?
Oh, there's still
It
the
just
A's?
says the Oakland Athletics right now.
Oh.
Do they even have a name yet? I know that process probably takes some time
Let me
too.
see.
I mean, if they don't have a field for 4 years, are they going to rush the name?
Right.
They're going to be the Oakland
Just let it come.
A's
Let it
over
come
there.
to them.
What does it matter, to be honest?
Yeah, seriously. They don't care one bit. That is really bad. It's a bad look. Do they have a name yet?
It basically so I looked up. Are they changing their name? It says yes. Basically, just dropping Oakland. So they are just the Athletics now. They
they're
don't.
just the
They're not affiliated.
It's like the
with,
Washington football team, right?
Literally.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It's the West Sacramento
It
A's.
is so weird.
That's wild.
That's bad.
But I mean, like, think about it. Like, other teams have to travel there and go play there. Like, those are gonna be like live stream games. Like, those are gonna be games on ESPN Plus, or you know what I mean? ESPN two.
To be honest, it's gonna be
YouTube.
great for those people that live there. Like
Yeah.
they got a full MLB team for 4 years.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. What we got, Will?
I want to backtrack a second on seeing if like Indy could hold an MLB team. Like you saw how people would show up for like Paul Skeens and stuff like that. That's what people do with like these MLB teams, like to see like Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge. So
Right.
like if we had all those teams coming in here, I think we
Oh, yeah.
could fully
Easily.
pack the
Yeah,
house
yeah,
with the
pack
MLB
the house
stadium
for
in
sure.
Indianapolis.
We had the Savannah Bananas, I think.
Yeah, now
last
that's
year
sold
with-
out.
That's sold
That's
out.
sold
sold
out
out.
like,
Yeah, like-
months before it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, get us a show and everything. But if you get guys like you mentioned, we get the Phillies in here. Who's not going to go see Bryce Harper? We had just Paul Skeens,
Right.
and we showed out. And there's
Well,
everybody
you
else did
can't
too.
just say just Paul.
I know, but like
Skeens.
I know,
that's
but
an
like,
anomaly.
But
of
there's
like,
a good player in every team. It's
Yeah.
like, man, I'm a big Bryce Harper guy. You're gonna go there, like stuff like that.
There
Skeens
is-
was awesome.
There's
Yeah.
actually one guy that plays for the. When we went that day, there's a guy. I think he's Asian. I'm pretty sure his name is Bay.
Yeah. He's legit.
He's
Bay.
insane, dude.
He's
Yeah,
legit.
he had to get
He's
walk-up
so
song, too.
good. He had
Okay.
like 4
Glad
hits
Bay.
that day.
Another thing, I went to a Pittsburgh Pirates game last year, and Bay actually was up there playing with him. So, the Indianapolis Indians, if you guys don't know, is the feeder system into AAA team of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Bay, Paul Skeens, all of them were out there playing. So that was pretty sick. And
That's insane.
I got to watch a Royce Chapman pitch too, because he's
Crazy.
on the Steelers. I'm not the Steelers.
He could play for them though. He's
Not on the
massive.
Steelers, on the
Cuban
Pirates.
Missile could play. for
Yeah, the
Steelers.
Pirates.
We went to that game. I know we're going off topic here, but Tony Kemp, Cub
Oh, yeah,
legend,
Tony
gave you
Kemp.
a ball.
you remember
He
that?
did give me a ball.
Because we were like right behind the first base dugout, and we were asking the opposing what team was it? What AAA team?
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. But Tony Kemp was on the team. I'm a big Cubs fan. So are you. And Tony Kemp was on the team a couple years back. But Caleb was asking all the guys on the opposing team, "Hey, like, is Skeens good? How good is Skeens?" And everybody was like, "Yeah, he's really good, man." And there was this one
There's
guy.
one guy that was
we don't even know his name.
He's not even that
Yeah.
good.
He's like
Yeah.
he's
He's like,
terrible.
he's not that good. He went back up there and he struck out for the third time. He's like, he ain't that good. And Tony Kemp was like, yeah, bro, he's legit. And you're like, can I have a ball? And he tossed you a ball.
Who did I give that
That's-
ball to? I didn't keep that ball.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
you gave
Not
it to
me.
a kid or
I gave it
something.
to a little kid, I
You
think.
did,
yeah,
yeah.
sadly.
What a guy. Sadly.
Well, I mean, sadly, I could have kept it.
That was
But
a
I was
good
nice.
ball.
I was nice and gave it away.
Could have given it away, and he's like, you could be like, give it back to me.
Yeah, true.
I was just kidding, kid.
I was just joking.
I'm gonna
Let me get that back.
Yeah, let me get that one back. That's pretty funny.
But well, changing complete topics here. As for with the podcast before this, we want to thank Dakota Seal, D Seal Swings to come here and
D-Seal_swings.
be our first guest. And
Yes.
we are really blessed to have him because he's such a great person, such a character, and it was actually a great conversation with him. If you don't get a chance to watch that last episode, please go watch it and give you some love and subscribe and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, and go follow D-Seal_swings
Yeah,
too,
follow
man.
D-Seal. He's a great
He's awesome.
mind.
If you are an upcoming coach or hitting coach or anything like that, I'm sure if you reach him out, he will give you some insights on everything. And yeah, if you're also a player, he will give you a lot of insights.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually had a story about D-Seal. I was going to talk about it when we had him, but obviously we haven't seen him in so long, and conversation just kind of going off, but there was this moment that Dakota Sill kind of earned the respect of me, which he didn't have to anyways, but like obviously we talked about in the video, like Lucho said, if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it, that he came from Missouri S&T. There's this game, Georgia Southwestern, is that the team we played?
Yeah.
Right. We went there. It was a good trip.
It was
for everything besides baseball, honestly.
Right.
I know I didn't play, but we played 3 games and we lost all 3.
Lost all 3.
We
We stayed in a haunted hotel.
Haunted hotel. The whole trip was kind of crazy.
It was really.
It was great. The food was fantastic. I don't remember all the names of the restaurants. I was obviously the food guy, but everything we had to do, the food we had that one night, the fried chicken, and
Fire.
we had it outside in the hotel, and it was a big ordeal.
Yeah,
and
the
Reddy was
best
like,
thing-
"Why can't we eat here?" and stuff like that.
The best thing you ordered was the barbecue. Though.
That's what I was talking about. Wasn't that the barbecue?
Oh, the fried.
I thought
chicken.
the fried
Yeah.
chicken. Yeah, dude, fantastic.
That was fire.
That was really good. But it was our game 3, I want to say, Sunday. It was Sunday, right? It was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday or something, whatever it was. And that was the one we got beat bad. I think because they all went to church. Remember that the team went to church, and we're like, they're not even showing up for game 3. Like we were out there hitting BP, and they weren't showing up, and we thought they were disrespecting us in a way, but they all went to church.
Yeah, which
So
is
we were all like,
respect to
man,
them.
if that doesn't fire you up, boys, like let's go. And then they all come from church, and we're like, well, we're stupid, we're
Yeah.
idiots. But we were down. I was trying to figure it out, but we lost 16-0, which sounds really bad, especially in baseball. It's not even a football score, but
16-0 is
16-0 is crazy when you say like saying it out loud. It's the first time I said it, but it wasn't that bad yet. I think it was like the 7th inning. We might have been down 10-0, 12-0. I think were you playing right field the whole season?
Yeah.
I think he was playing left field, and there was this ball that was hit.
No, he was in center
Was he?
because Lukac had gotten hurt.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think I was in love.
Yeah, you were in left.
Okay. Wherever he was, I'm telling you, this ball, it might have been one of the best catches I've ever seen. He ran like a
No,
good-
he was in left
He
field.
was
when
in left.
He was in left.
He
field
wasn't
when
left
made
because
that- when he
it
made
was
that
a
catch.
foul ball. I was like, okay, from center field, but like he started like kind of shallow left, and he ran all the way to the fence, the foul pole, and it was foul. And we were down, like I mentioned, like 9 or 10-0.
Yeah.
And there was like a guy on second or third. The guy did tag, but this guy dove for the ball, hit the fence, got up in an instant, and threw the ball in. The guy did tag, but
was
nobody in our dugout, which I know you guys were all on the field. But when I was on the bench, like I was obviously just a GA and I was charting the pitcher stuff. But like everybody was just kind of defeated, and they were like, and I was like looking around, I was like, that was amazing. We're
Yeah,
down
that was
10-0, and that man gave his all for
Plug.
a foul ball.
Plug video.
Yeah, and
That's
I will
insane.
find it
Sick.
somehow because
Very
that was
sick.
amazing. And I went up to him and I said, that was awesome. And then
Yeah.
like he obviously just wanted to win, and everybody did. We're down 10-0. No one's gonna be like, oh, D-Sill. But I was
Yeah.
like, that man earns his spot every play because that's
Yeah.
insane.
I remember that same game. We were down that 16-0,
Oh, yes, I'm glad
and oh man, this is like the first time like I've gotten into it like with the coach, like a actual coach before. Not like terribly, but
No,
like we were down 16-0.
last inning, right?
Last inning, I got walked, or maybe I got a hit. I got a single up the middle or something like that, and they were holding me on first base. So like, if they're gonna be playing the game, I'm gonna continue playing the game no matter what. So I stole second. I took the base, and our coaches got into it with their coaches saying like, "Oh, we would never do that to you guys." But like me as a competitor, like I will never turn off anything, especially if you're gonna hold me on to first
Yeah,
base.
absolutely.
Like I'm gonna continue playing the game to the best of my ability, whether that be up 16 or down 16.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel like that's the way that I feel like that's the dog mentality. I feel like that's something that you have to have within you to continue on. I guess I don't know.
I completely agree with you. I remember this too, and I was yelling a bit at them as well. I know Coach Tavari obviously talked to you about it and said like,
yeah, we got.
you know, it's just a
Some
fine. It's a
few-
fine line because, like
yeah.
you said, man, like if you're up 16 and you're stealing, it does look bad. You're like, hey, man, like the game's over, but like, why turn it off? Like you'd
Right.
rather have to turn it off than turn it on.
Yeah.
And you should always leave it on until the game is done. So I was with you, man. I would have stole too. If they're holding me on, I'm stealing. I want to score.
Right.
We're down 16-0.
Exactly.
Let's lose 16-1. Like, who
Exactly.
cares,
That
right?
was my whole point. I was like, I'm not getting shut out. Like
Yeah,
I don't
heck
want to
no.
get shut out whatsoever. Like, and who knows? Like, baseball's a crazy game. I've seen teams score 20 in an inning. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So like, you
we've
never
done it
know.
Before, so yeah, I'm with
And like
you.
I don't know, like I feel like if you're gonna beat somebody, you want to beat them not by 15 but by 100.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like it doesn't matter how many rounds you got. Like you just want to keep scoring.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I have respect for you and D-Sil for just keep playing, like, you know,
Yeah,
keep playing and everything.
That's a good segue into our ring ceremony. We started off the season last year, obviously we didn't do too well against Georgia Southwestern. We went there. It was our first time. So to give you background, our coach never travels south. Like our coach always wanted to stay like north.
Like when it was cold here.
Yeah, exactly.
Grand Park, bro.
Yeah, shout out to UND baseball starting up.
They'll be at Grand Park.
They'll be at Grand Park, and I mean it's gonna be freezing. But shout out to them for always making it happen.
For sure.
The players, because they're the ones that have to go through it. But
Yep.
go and kill it, guys. All throughout this whole season. But
Absolutely.
so we started here. Actually, no. Where did we travel to first? We
We
traveled
went to Ohio.
We traveled to
went to,
Ohio.
yeah,
It was even
And it was
colder
snowing.
there.
Yeah,
It was
snowing.
even colder there.
We went north.
And we won the game that we played. We only played one game, and then we had to stop in the middle of the other game. But that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
0-3. 0-3 against Georgia Southwestern when we traveled down to Georgia the following weekend. But that wasn't the story of our season at all.
Yeah, no. Turned it around.
We turned it around, 41-21, and we secured these bad boys right here.
Oh, you got that on?
Yeah, I got it
Wow.
on.
Did you see that, Lucho?
Yeah.
Where's yours?
Mine is
So,
at home.
Mine's
so
at
we
home as well.
we were
Whip
super
that out.
regional champs last year and the year before.
Where's the other one? You
Yeah,
put
the
both
other
on.
hand?
The other one's over there somewhere. I can go grab it, but
Mine,
It's okay.
mine-
We'll leave
mine
it
is-
off.
My dad has it in Colombia.
oh, the other one.
We'll get a picture of him on it.
So yeah, we had our ring
Classic.
ceremony. That's why D. Sil was in town, and and for our podcast, obviously. But
Yes, he said that was the main reason.
yeah, the
He
main
texted
reason was the podcast, and it was
said
just an extra on there for getting the rings.
for
But
sure.
it was just amazing seeing a bunch of the guys and catching up and whatnot. So
It really was amazing.
yeah, you were
He was down
definitely
bad.
you were
I was
definitely
sick.
ill.
I was pretty
he still
sick.
went,
I
which
had
is
the
crazy.
flu, and I wasn't feeling the best. But this is a one-time opportunity in my life that I don't want to miss. So I still went even feeling like that. I mean, I probably got people sick, and I'm sorry.
He got me sick.
But
He got a lot of people sick.
this is a one-time opportunity in my life that I would have regretted my entire life if I wouldn't have gone. And it was great to see people. I have not seen a lot of people that I saw that day.
Yeah.
Mostly parents and mostly like older people that are out of town. And it felt great to be back, some sort of way back to a team.
Yeah, I agree.
Like whenever we were outside waiting for the rings, it felt great to be back as a whole, as a bunch, that we haven't experienced in a while. I feel like just because we moved on kind of from it. But yeah, it was great time, decent food.
No food guy food. I'm telling you
Yeah,
that right
that
now.
was
Sorry,
not
if
that
you
was
guys
not
watched
the best type of
that
food
was
that we could have had.
calf
That was
food.
calf food, 1,000%.
For
Ugh.
sure, the ring at the end of the day just overpower everything.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. Kind of like that mentality of like leaving the team aspect has been like a definite adjustment. Like, right? Like it hasn't, like, for you were still basically a part of the team, but now like we're outside of it. And I kind of like, let's just dive in a little bit into that and see like your guys' perspectives of like not being like having that everyday regimen of like,
Yeah.
oh, this is what we're doing now. We're with our buddies. Like we're getting ready for this season. Like, what's that like for you guys?
So for me, obviously, I haven't played for the 2 years prior to this, so I feel like I personally needed that transition. I didn't need 2 years or 1 year or anything, but it was nice to go from the player to like more of like the GA coach would, because if I went from playing to straight nothing, I probably would have been like you guys, and I'd be like, hey, I got to go play again. Especially if my knee was okay and everything else was all right, I'd be like, yeah, I'm playing. But obviously those 2 years kind of settled me down, went more into like the coach / food guy / morale guy, whatever you want to say, social media guy. I think that was a really, really good transition for me. But now that you mentioned like we're not with the team at all, it was definitely a good feeling to be like back with those guys. Like we sat, like my family and I sat in front of like Mundy, Cameron Ginner, Fell, all those guys, and I haven't seen Fell since what was the halftime thing in the fall we had, like the ring,
Oh yeah,
whatever. Like they were showing us. I haven't seen Fell since that long.
homecoming.
Shout out to Zach Fell. I know he plays games pretty soon too. He's on to a different university. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah,
Um,
go
haven't-
ball out, bro.
Absolutely.
Be a leader out
Please
there.
show out. We're definitely gonna talk about him a lot more.
that dude Zach Fell showed up with his
That's hilarious. Too. I'm glad you're
he wore his his
his
new
other
school's
team,
polo
it
to get the ring.
That's a ballsy move, and
Yeah,
I
it is.
respect it.
That's
I
awesome.
expect
Respect.
nothing
respect
else.
it a lot.
I expect
Respect,
nothing
brother.
else
do
from that
respect
guy.
it a lot.
That guy's awesome, but obviously I haven't seen Ginner in a while, Mundy in a while. It's just good to see those guys that you mentioned you see every day. Ginner and them, that's your classes, not I saw
Yeah.
them since they're like my freshmen. You guys are my freshmen. It's like
Yeah.
you go from seeing those guys every day throughout the week, being on road trips with them, in the group chats with them saying the same stupid jokes, new jokes that make you laugh in the group me, and you don't get the group me messages anymore. You just maybe get one every other 3 months, and it's
Exactly.
nice
Yeah,
to
for
see
sure.
that, but it's tough to like keep up to date with those guys for sure. But it's definitely a big adjustment that a lot of college athletes, I'm sure, struggle with.
Yeah, it's real. It's a real
So
struggle.
I mean, that's a big reason we have this podcast too. I know when Will and Lucha always, begin the podcast, they say that we are 4 former players, but like this is also a reason so we can hang out, have an excuse to hang out every week basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
So
know we
get
can't have
together and
everybody on the
talk.
podcast at once to be a big group, but it's nice to catch up with those guys every time we can. And yeah, I think you would regret if you didn't go. So I'm glad you went, even though you got me sick too,
Yeah,
Lucha.
for sure, man. I agree. And on my side, I feel like I finished my season, and it's still hard to comprehend during the summer because the summer is always a off time for all of us.
Yeah.
But then once you get into a routine of like everything's going on in your life, work, all of that, you're like, I'm missing something in my life, definitely, like, because you're used to something.
Yeah.
But I definitely miss like the training part of it. I miss playing. I miss everything. I would say though, I don't miss the college baseball part because I was kind of over it, to be honest. I just miss the game of baseball. Like I miss playing. Doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah, that's interesting because I feel like obviously I know that I'm going on to play pro ball, but I think even if I wasn't, I think I would still miss the guys more than the game. I think that our team made baseball fun, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I love baseball and like I would be maybe I'd be lost without it, but the guys are what made me want to come and get the grind in and do the things that I needed to do to be the best that I could be for the team. And just like you said, like seeing those faces every day, like walking onto the field and seeing Armin. Shout out to Armin,
Yeah,
bro.
bro,
Like
I mean,
that, like
It's just family.
Yeah,
Like,
bro, family,
you
bro,
see
that's-
him every day. That is just
Yeah.
family to you, and it's some
Yeah.
people that you are never gonna stop talking. Even if you don't talk to him every day,
yeah,
somebody that you get to
pick up the phone and call him
Right,
like
you
whenever.
can call
and,
them
like,
whenever.
yeah. Shout out to everybody, really, not just Armin, but like and Bestie, bro. I love
No,
you
yeah.
guys. But it's just amazing the connections that you've been able to like we've been able to build just through a game, right? Like at the end of the day, baseball is the most minute thing that comes out of that. Like it's the relationships that we've been able to build. Like I have 3 of my best friends right here, like for life, and it's amazing. Like if anybody ever gets the opportunity to go play any sport at the next level, I promise you, take that chance and go do it. No matter what division it is, no matter if it's NAIA, JUCO, go do it. Like you'll never regret it.
go to JUCO.
You'll regret not doing
Go
it.
JUCO.
Go to JUCO.
You'll
Yeah.
regret not doing it.
JUCO is the best thing you're gonna experience
Yeah,
in your life.
obviously, Caleb. You mentioned like it's good to see Armin and Bessel too. We would always talk about like, hey, who's your favorite person to see like on the field and stuff.
Yeah.
I think the whole team would say that. And honestly, it was just good. It's good to see everybody,
Everyone.
and it's just insane because you look behind you and it just seems so familiar and whatnot. To see like other guys that weren't really our best of friends, but like still are really really close with us. It's hard to be
Exactly.
best friends with 50 guys, but all 55 of those guys, it's just really good to see those faces.
1000%.
But obviously the JUCO thing too. I mean, I can relate the same thing. We have best friends from junior college that, and we can attest to that too. That
Pretty strong relationships.
yeah, like
Pretty
it
strong.
doesn't matter where you go. Like you said, Division 3, 2, 1, JUCO, NAIA, just do it. Like it's gonna be tough. It's
Yeah.
not for the weak. Like you're gonna have to. There's bad days, obviously. There's a lot of bad days,
Yeah.
but the good days,
Lots
man,
of bad days.
especially at JUCO.
The good ways outweigh the bad, though.
They do, man. The good days are fantastic. Like D-Sil mentioned when we beat his former team at Missouri SC, we got on
Yeah.
the bus and sang the song. Like, bro, like I was watching those videos the next day with my my aunt and my grandparents because they were asking about, the song we'd sing, and they didn't know the Troubadour song was like our anthem. And I was showing them like Will's thing on the bus when he goes back and forth, and they were like, "Why does he do that?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why he did that, but
we just did it.
We did it after every time we won, and it's like we're never gonna have that again. It's just like weird." And I when I looked back and I sat back down to Maggie, I was like, "Dang, that sucks, man." Because every time that song comes up at a wedding or something, I'm looking around and I don't see Will doing that. And I don't see my friends. I'm like, "Dang, man!" But it's good that we had those memories.
Yeah, the memories are good to look back on for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
God has blessed us with some good times, man.
Absolutely,
and some good people.
For sure.
Yeah. So shout out to the UND baseball team. Like I said, they're starting their season. Their season's getting going right now. So
no pressure. I mean,
no pressure. Just back-to-back super regional champs.
No pressure at all.
Yeah.
Wow. This will probably be posted a little bit after the games. I'm sure they're gonna be, showing out.
Yeah. Hopefully, right now they're
was it
6-0, or maybe 7-0,
something like that. Hopefully, you guys are undefeated.
Yeah.
Like Caleb said, good luck to all you guys. The guys that we played with, I coached with too, but also the new guys too. All the new guys that I met when we went out to the bars afterwards were really, really good people. Yeah. That's a good thing UND always does is we bring in I know we mentioned Armin, but we bring in the Armins.
Yeah, we
Zach
bring in
Fells, the
we
good
bring
guys.
in quality humans. They don't just bring in like guys that can play, right?
For
like
sure.
they find guys that can play and fit the mold of the culture that was built.
Yeah.
And the culture for UND it wasn't always the way that it was.
No, it was not.
It took some changing and some learning.
At the same time, I'll say to the seniors, just enjoy this season.
Yeah, man. And enjoy it.
Enjoy it as much as you can. And people will say that to me, and I'll be like, sure, I'll listen to you. But it
flies by, man.
It's. I mean, yeah, it feels
crazy.
like yesterday.
Like, just enjoy the time you're gonna have with actually your teammates.
Yeah.
And enjoy the game of baseball, and enjoy the competition, and enjoy every single moment if it's in the dugout. If it's
the hotels,
whatever,
bus rides,
the bus, everything,
the list,
every little thing is important. Like
the tarp pools, man. I love the tarp pools. Kinda, I did. We were all there and hating our lives, and that was just something we don't do that anymore. You know,
we don't do it.
Enjoy that, like Lucho said, man.
Be where your feet are, for real. Just take it all in,
and
every step of the way, and ball out, please. Go win
Make it three times back to back.
No, go win the damn thing this year. Let's do it.
Make it 3 times, for sure.
Segue. What's next? By the time this is posted, it's probably been 2 weeks since the Super Bowl, but there was a lot of talk around the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Yeah. First off, let's get our opinions on it and what we think about it, and then kind of dive into what everybody else was saying about it.
Did you like it? Did you guys like it?
I personally didn't like it just because I don't think it was like. If you're definitely a Kendrick Lamar person, you're gonna enjoy it. Obviously, I didn't like it just because I didn't think it was as entertaining. Just because I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. I like their commercial songs, I guess. But going back to it, once I saw it, I was like, this is not that much fun. But then looking into it with the details that he had while he was doing it, I could see some sort of play around with his actions and his meaning towards his what he was doing, and I thought it was pretty cool what he was doing with that. But yeah, that was my takeaway.
I think, like you said, you have to understand Kendrick Lamar is not really a rapper; he's an artist. So the way that he went about his performance and everything, I thought it was genius. I mean, I thought it was amazing. I'm an obvious big rap fan. Kendrick is part of my Mount Rushmore a little bit, top 5 at least. But I'm a J. Cole guy, so it's like
Jermaine.
It's like those two always battle for that top spot. But I loved it. I think he did amazing, and I love how he teased the "Not Like Us" song. He teased it at the beginning. He's like, "I'm not gonna do it."
They're gonna
He's
sue
like,
me.
"Yeah." That was like they
Really
want me to do it. I think I want to play their favorite song.
Yeah.
But I thought it was fire. I thought he did a good job. I thought the imagery was amazing. The American flag, and then when all of his dancers were African American. And when they went down and they were holding each other's back, it's like it shows like America was built on the backs of African Americans and slaves because it's just true. Like that's how it was. And I think it was a not a shot at the government, but just like a hey, like we know what you've done. We know what you're up to and things like that. But a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know why. I thought it was fire. Even without the imagery, I thought the music was great. I thought and SZA killed it too.
SZA did kill it.
Yeah,
did kill it.
She can sing.
I'm gonna be kind of in the middle here. I watched the game with Luis, and I didn't really. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I liked what you were talking about, the imagery, the symbolism. I liked all of that. I saw it in the moment, and I think we were talking about it too. We had a lot of people there, and they were talking over the performance anyways, and I was trying to hear it, but I could see the imagery and everything he was saying. I liked that stuff.
Yeah.
I just was hoping to hear some more of his old stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I like Poetic Justice, which I didn't know if it was going to be played. Like, why would that be played? I like Money Trees.
Poetic Justice would have been crazy. He should have played Poetic Justice and then put a verse over Drake's part.
I thought he was going to do that and then go into Not Like Us. Obviously, I think everybody knows Not Like Us, so everybody was loving that part. He also had Serena Williams dancing, which was pretty wild.
That was sick.
We had, who's probably going to be a guest in this, we had Champ go at the party too, and he was like, "That's Serena Williams," and she was just dancing.
Yeah,
we're like,
she was
"There's no way." Yeah,
she was crib
we're like, "There's no way that's Serena." And I was like,
heard that
"Wow."
Serena Williams was like, she was like with Drake before.
So he was like taking a shot during that song.
Bro.
The fact that he said, "Hey Drake," and looked right at the TV,
that
bro,
was awesome.
Was wild.
That's gonna be definitely right here. You're gonna see that picture right now. Yeah,
you're going to. But I mean, I was like 50-50. I didn't know. Obviously, like you said, I don't think he's not a big dancer or anything like we've had Bruno Mars on the Super Bowl and people like that. That's not him. So the choice, like when I saw Kendrick Lamar too, I was like, okay, people aren't gonna like it because they're gonna be expecting this guy dancing and trying to perform for them and whatnot. But that's not who he is.
Yeah, it's because that's what you would expect
from the Super Bowl.
Like the Super Bowl. It's like this huge show,
but like
Shakira or like Bruno Mars.
Who would you have chosen right now? Like who is that guy? Like,
Taylor Swift, man. She'd been dancing.
No, shut up.
Yeah, but like think about this. Like we don't have like a Michael Jackson. We don't have a Prince right now. Like we don't have those people. We don't have those people
We don't.
And again, like I'm not
perform.
I'm not hating on Kendrick at all. Like I still enjoy his songs sometimes. Like I'm not a huge rap person.
Yeah, but you would have loved it if it was Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah,
he would have.
You see what I'm saying? Like
he would have went to the game.
Is he like a perform? I mean, I guess he could
perform some. Yeah, but he's not like these huge performance.
Yeah,
either.
So what we got, Will?
Yeah,
I just want to interrupt you really quickly. I saw this post because you mentioned Michael Jackson. Kendrick Lamar just passed Michael Jackson for like the most views of the halftime show.
I saw that.
Of like. Because I think Michael Jackson had 133 million and Kendrick was at like 134. Michael Jackson did it in 1993.
That's insane.
So to have that happen 30 years prior and it still be the number one until 2024 is one of the craziest facts I've ever
because
read.
There's so many other ways to watch the halftime show right now. Like I mean, Michael Jackson is a legend, bro. Like there's no, I mean, probably one of or the best artists of all time. Love Michael Jackson. I had something though. I had something clean for real. I forget what it is now though. We might go back to it at some point.
Yeah, but I mean, just to finish up with that, I mean, I didn't like it and I didn't dislike it. I that's pretty much what I expected.
Yeah,
honestly, I didn't expect much more from him. I mean, I didn't understand the choice.
That's what it was. So. It was between Kendrick and Lil Wayne getting the halftime show, and Lil Wayne's from New Orleans.
Yeah,
I think is he from New Orleans or is he where in Louisiana is he from?
How is he like
performing? I've been to a Lil Wayne concert.
He's coming here actually too.
Apparently, people don't like the way his voice sounds like when he's performing. But like it would have been dope for him to perform there.
Lil Wayne is from New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah. See, that would have been dope. And he has some bangers, and he could have brought out like Drake. And people would have loved that.
Yeah, they would have, yeah.
Something I did enjoy was all this stuff before. I don't know if you watched the pre-game stuff. Yeah. But there were like a lot of performance from New Orleans. And I guess, I mean, I don't have like a huge knowledge of like New Orleans in that area. But I guess that's like a big Is that like a big music part of the United States?
I don't know. I think. I mean, I'm not completely sure.
But there was a bunch of performers and different like colorful like scenarios and stuff like that, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. New Orleans. I've never been to New Orleans, but I think that it would be a dope little spot to
It would be cool.
check
Is
out.
New Orleans like because okay, I feel like the whole United States as a whole it could be a little similar, like cities and all that could be pretty similar. But I heard like New Orleans actually like
A different world.
completely different.
I don't know. We'll have to go check it out. We'll take a flight out there at some point, all of us. What about the game as a whole?
It was disgusting.
Yeah, I
Is
didn't.
that a
I
good way
didn't.
to put it?
I mean, it was crazy. Like
It's not what I expected
Yeah,
again.
not at
That's
all.
not what I expected. I
Yeah.
expected the Chiefs to three-peat, and it's really tough to do that in the NFL. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Travis Kelce's what he's wearing before the game? You
Yeah.
guys see it?
I didn't.
What was that? Was that symbolism for something?
No, that was disgusting too, in my opinion. His like,
Didn't he have like a rose like right here or something like that?
dude, I don't know. It just looked like very 1970s.
Yeah.
Like it was just weird. But the funny thing, I was reading Twitter. I love Twitter first off, but they have a video of him walking out post game after they just got beat by like 18-20, and he's wearing the same thing.
Is he?
And they're like, this man forgot to pack like something just in case they lost because he looked so shiny and weird after the game and losing. It was just like he had his head down.
I
and he
mean,
was just like walking.
think about life, bro. He's going home to a $1 billion
sure.
woman.
I love Kelce
He's
too. I'm
he's
not
already
gonna-
100. He already is. I think his net worth is 90 million.
He's one of the best
That's
tight ends,
dude. That is like actually what I talked to somebody about. They were like, I don't know why people care so much about like the outcome of these games because these guys, most of them probably care, but like they know at the end of the day they're millionaires. Like they're fine. Like you know what I mean?
But at that point, it's just like it's just the love of the game, I guess.
Yeah. I watched the New Heights episode with the Kelce's because I wanted to see what he would say about everything, and you could tell like he was pretty beaten up by the loss, and like you mentioned, love of the game too. He's getting up there in age. He doesn't even know if he's gonna come back. I think that he's taking this loss pretty bad. I'm a Kelce fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but he's a great dude. Him and Jason, but I just thought that was funny. He was walking in with that, and people were hating on him, and then he walked out with that pretty sad, and he was just shining in the lights. It was just goofy.
He could have got 40 yards instead of 39, so I could hit my bet.
Okay. This man is so bad. Yeah, I agree though. He did have 39.
39 yards in four catches though. I mean that's
You should have went all 4 catches.
I actually have 5 receptions and 40 yards, and he had 4 receptions and 39 yards.
That's
what
tough.
is that about?
One thing I did respect about the teams was both of the teams had a lot of players like giving like all of it up to God basically, and like no matter them losing or winning, like I think that that's a lesson that we can all learn from. Like you can either be at the highest heights or the lowest lows, but God should always remain like your refuge or like your safe space, right? Like no matter if you're at the highest heights, you just won the Super Bowl, like you know that it's not you that accomplished that. Like you didn't accomplish that alone. You obviously had your teammates, you had your coaches and stuff like that, but most of all you had God. God was the one that gave you the strength to keep on going and keep on going. And then when you're at your lows, I feel like for a lot of people it's easy to look to God because you don't know what else to do. Like you know what I mean? And then when you're in the middle ground, you can either be content in him or you can be content in the situation that you're in. I kind of want to ask you guys, like, when do you guys feel God the most? Like when you're at your highest heights or at your lowest lows?
I mean, sadly, like you definitely felt your lowest lows, but like you feel it's because you say like that's the only thing you have.
Yeah.
But it's not. I wouldn't say feel it. I would say like asking him for help because there is nothing else to do. I feel like then just asking for help to get away from that situation. But I personally feel appreciation too whenever I'm at my highest. I'll say one of the highest was probably like winning the regionals, the super regionals last season. That's one of my highest. And I couldn't like it's just a feeling that you're so thankful about everything surrounding you that you don't even know what else to give or to say to God, to show Him your appreciation and your happiness towards Him. And I think that's a really great feeling to have.
Yeah.
I think I'm the opposite of him. I think I feel God when I'm feeling my highest of highs. Just because, and this is really big downfall of myself, I would say, is like when I'm struggling or if something bad happens to my family or somebody close to me or their families or whatnot, I'm always like, and this is a bad question, but internally I'm like, why do bad things happen to good people? And I always ask that in my head, but I've never said it out loud till pretty much right now, but people always ask that question. And I feel like that's when I have a tendency to turn away from God. It's like when bad things happen. And that's when I should be going to God. You know what I mean? But when the highest of highs come, it's like, I'm kind of like you. Like, it's not me. It's not the stuff, the materialistic stuff. It's God, you know? But that's probably my viewpoint on that, honestly.
It's pretty interesting.
I mean, me and you are similar in that aspect of, I feel God the most when I'm at my highest highs too, because I know that I didn't get there by myself. But when I'm at my lows, like when I'm going down through stuff, I almost feel like too dirty to like I feel too dirty to even approach God, and that's not the case whatsoever. I mean, that's why and I don't know why, I think it's just lies from the enemy that says like, hey, like you're too dirty, like God doesn't even want to be bothered by you right now. So that's why, I mean, that's exactly why he sent his son to die for us. Like, that's why Jesus had to come and die for us, because he knows that, like, we are dirty. Like, no matter if we're at our highest highs or if we're at our lowest lows, we're still dirty. We're still the same sinning human. But Jesus came and died for us so that we could have that relationship with him and feel him through all aspects of life, whether that be highest highs or lowest lows. But with what you were saying about, like, why do bad things happen to good people? I think that's a question that pushes a lot of people away from God. Yeah. And I think we live in a broken world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as Adam and Eve decided to eat the apple, right? Or eat the fruit, I don't know exactly what fruit it was, but everybody deems it an apple right now, at least. It's a broken world. It's a world of sin, which means bad things are gonna happen. And I don't think God causes bad things to happen. I think that it's just the world that we live in.
There's a lot of temptations.
Yeah,
for sure. So, yeah.
It is a lot.
That must have been a really, really good apple, though. I'm going to say that right
No,
now.
yeah. I mean, it had to be, right?
I would have been
like,
tempted.
if you're tempted to go eat the apple, bro.
Respect to you, Adam, for eating that apple.
Golly, God is legitimately talking to you, and you're going to let
He's probably hungry, man.
That's wild.
He's probably hungry.
He could have eaten anything else in the garden. Everything else was theirs to...
So he was a vegetarian?
They might have been.
You are dirty.
Well, if you think about life,
dirty
actually,
human.
If you think about life, I saw something the other day that's crazy. As soon as they ate of the apple, everything went bad. So that means Adam literally got to choose the names of animals, bro. Right? So that means that the animals had to come up to him without being like aggressive or anything like that. So that means this was prior to eating the apple, right? So after they ate the apple, everything became like some animals became predators, right? Some animals became
interesting.
You see what I'm
wow.
saying?
I didn't know that.
Isn't that wild?
That is crazy.
Because when we go, it says in the Bible, or I'm almost positive it says in the Bible. I can do my checks, but like we'll live peacefully among like animals that we wouldn't live peacefully among in heaven. Isn't that wild?
I mean, if you had a plant, the plant's still alive.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
No, that's crazy. No, when you were saying the whole time, like, the animals that are predators, what's that one cute, kind of ugly dog? And they're like, oh, like, he's a bad dog. What kind of dog is that? You know dogs. Like, the types of dogs. Sorry, I was just thinking that in my head.
Not pit bulls, right?
Is it pit bulls?
Yeah, I think that's
they're like, oh, that dog's so vicious. And he's just like,
and
he'll smile.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely a pit bull.
Yeah, that's crazy, though. That all of them are, wow.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, think about it. Like, they had to be. It was
right?
It was perfect.
Yeah. Wow.
And then the devil came. That's a serpent.
But again, like,
what would those?
If the plants would still be alive, though.
What would still be alive? The plants, bro. Get
What
up out of here, bro.
What would the animals that are the predators on other of their prey? What would they eat?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
That's what I was just thinking.
I think it might be. They might have been. That's why I brought vegetarians.
They would
like,
all
yeah,
been, we would all been vegetarians.
Maybe.
We all would have eaten
Well,
plants.
I need my burgers, honestly, bro. So
I don't know. I don't know.
Not even vegetarians.
I don't know. Think about it though, because
vegans.
I'm not sure. I think maybe we had dominion over everything. So like, or I guess we kind of still do, in a sense, humans do.
Yeah.
So I think that we still would have probably eaten meat.
Good.
Honestly.
I love meat.
Me too. Lucho
Literally.
definitely loves his meat. Ooh, that sounded weird.
That sounded really
we're
weird.
we're gonna transition. I won't go too long on this one, but I worked the Pacers and Knicks game, which I don't know if you guys
Your
watched.
updates. You're giving
My
your
updates. Yeah, I'm giving my updates on my jobs, but I worked courtside, and I'm sure this is not confidential information, but Tyrese Halliburton, favorite player, said it every episode, but his family comes through his girlfriend on the court side, and I've worked in there twice, and I've met them both times.
Have you seen Tyrese?
I've seen Tyrese walk through the tunnel. Like, I get to see the players walk in, walk out, halftime, do all that. They sign autographs, obviously. I didn't see anybody sign autographs this time. It was a bad game, but you probably should still sign autographs, like we just kind of mentioned. Even the highest of it, just give gratitude and whatnot. But I talked to his girl. Like, I'm honestly working, so I don't see who I'm going with. And then I look up and I see Tyrese's mom and Tyrese's girlfriend. And I look up and I'm like doing the wristband. I'm like, oh, how you guys doing? And I was nervous because like I know it's an extension of Tyrese. And I'm like, oh, first thing that came out of my mouth was, how you guys doing? How's Tyrese? And she was like, oh, Tyrese is really good. And Tyrese just seems like a long name to say, and it's really not. But I was like, oh, hi, how's Tyrese? I shouldn't have said like, how's Ty? How's Hallie doing?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, how's Tyrese? And she's like,
How's Hallie?
Tyrese is really good. And my girlfriend her name's Jade. They're never gonna watch this probably, but I'm just a big Patriot fan and Tyrese fan. But I saw the mom, the grandma, and his girlfriend, and I've never seen his grandma at games ever before. I don't know if it's his grandma, her grandma, whatever, but I didn't see his dad. And his dad like comes up 5 minutes before the game wearing all-star jersey Tyrese and blue pants, Pacers, repping Tyrese all over, and he's like pointing at me, and he's like, hey man. And I'm like, oh my God, this is my moment. He's like, hey, can I get a wristband? That's all he was asking me for. I'm like, yeah, for sure. I forgot I was working, right? I thought he was talking to me about something like Tyrese. I'm like, sure. And I hand it to him, and he's like, oh, no, don't put it on my wrist. Like, I just hold it here so I can get in. And he's like, I love you, man. And I'm like, I love you too.
You're like, hold on.
I was
Wait,
like,
can you please tell Tyrese I love him
like,
too?
yeah, I want to talk to him. Like, hey, can you be on the podcast, you and Ty? Like, and then he walked out, and I was like, man. And then I checked my phone when I got home because it was super late. It was a late game. It was a broadcasted game on TNT, and I see Tyrese's Instagram story, and it was his dad's birthday. So I could have been
really?
like, hey, like, John, happy birthday, man. But
Yeah.
I didn't check my phone. I was working,
Wait.
and
Was it the Lakers game?
it was the Knicks game.
Oh, Knicks.
Yeah, we lost the game, and yeah, it was just. I wish I would have said birthday, but
Shout out Tyrese and
Yeah.
his pops.
yeah, they're great. He's got the commercial before the season. His dad's in that. His dad's pretty much his biggest fan, probably. You know, like a lot of ours, but it was awesome seeing him.
You say I don't like Tyrese. I do like Tyrese.
I know.
He's a great player. He's a great person. He's a great
human
teammate.
being. So what's
I mean,
your gripe?
His performance is the one that I'm kind of frustrated about, just because he could be like an all-star like he was last year, and I don't know if his stuff's not clicking this year. I guess he has ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs.
You want me to ask John next time I see him? Next time I see him courtside, I'm gonna say my friend Luis just has a gripe about your son's play. He thinks he could do better.
How much is Tyrese? How much is Tyrese averaging right now?
Like 18, like 17.8,
Oh,
maybe
no.
18.
It's because
17.8, maybe 18, and maybe like 8 assists right now, which it's not the best, but he just he doesn't shoot, man. Like he's taking a lot of step backs when he could just drive, and he'll get in the paint, he'll dish it out. I think he should just go up, man. I don't know if it's something wrong. That's my opinion.
I mean,
I'm not a
If you're
hater.
signing a super max contract,
For sure.
bro, I'm so sorry. You gotta be at least averaging 20.
For sure. And I think
The good thing is that Siakam is really consistent. That is probably one of the most consistent players in the NBA right
he is the most consistent. He will give you 18 to 20, 7 rebounds, 3-4 assists. And
Every time.
he had a bad Lakers game. I don't know if you watched it. You said it was a Lakers game. He had like 2 points in the first half. He ended up with like 23.
Yeah.
He's just consistent, bro. Like,
He
he'll
is
shoot.
consistent.
I'm a Tyrese Pacers lover, but I'm not gonna be like unrealistic about the Pacers and Tyrese.
I love him.
You love Siakam, and I'm never gonna be like Tyrese is the greatest point guard. I know he's got his downfalls, but the things he's done for the city, kind of like Caitlin Clark's done with the Fever, like people get behind both of those people, like with Tyrese. And Tyrese is such a good human being, great family. Siakam's a great human being too. We have a really good team, kind of like we mentioned with the uni baseball. Like you got to have guys that are just good people. That's what I really genuinely like about the Pacers and Fever. You know, so he does have his downfalls.
Didn't you take a picture with somebody? I don't know who it was. I saw a picture.
Yeah. And I met Chris Denary. That whole day was kind of crazy. Chris Denary is the broadcaster for the Pacers ever since I was a kid. But I didn't have my credentials to work the game. Obviously, you need badges. You need stuff to swipe in. I had nothing. So I was texting my boss the whole day, kind of being annoying when I was at my other job. Like, hey, I want to work this game. I don't want it to seem like I'm flaking. And he's like, no, let's figure this out. And he didn't text me for a couple of hours, and he just sends me a parking pass. So he sent me on the roof of the Pacers building. So I had to get back up there, obviously, after the game. And that's where I guess everybody parks if you're a pacemate, broadcaster. So I was on the elevator alone with this guy, and he's just standing there. And I'm like, what do you need, 5? And I was hoping he'd need 5 because that's where I was going. He's like, yeah, 5. And he's got such a distinct voice, too. But I recognize him from the jump. And I was like, I love you and Quinn, Chris. Like, I was nervous again, like, just fanboying and stuff. Bro, I'm a weirdo. I'm a big fan. Like,
it makes sense.
You know, when you
it
see,
makes
like,
sense. It makes sense.
you know, when you see someone that you watch on TV, it's just like, man, that's crazy. And, like, I'm wearing this, and I didn't have a badge, but he knew I could work. I was working there. I was like, how you doing, Chris? And he's like, good. He's like, thank you for saying that. I'm like, yeah, of course. And he's like, what do you do here? And he looked at couldn't find my badge, and I'm like, I don't have it. And he's like, nice to meet you though, Alex. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a ambassador here. I just work in the suites. He's like, oh, okay, nice. He's like, where'd you go to school? And I was like, I went to the University of Indianapolis. He's like, so did I. And I'm like, seriously?
No way,
yeah.
really?
He's like,
yes,
he went there. And I don't know how old he is, but he said like it was before 2000. He's like, yeah, I went there. I like asked him about some, and it was a long day, so I forget what he said, but it's something about the radio. So he was kind of in the same stuff that I did, obviously, to be in the broadcasting. But he's like, yeah, asked him about that, like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's nice to meet you, Alex. I was like, you too. And I'm walking my car in the cold, and I'm like, I'm fanboying, bro. I'm like, I'm like, holy shit.
God.
Like, I saw Tyrese's dad, his girlfriend. I didn't see the players, obviously, but Chris Denary afterwards. Like, everything happens for a reason. Because I forgot my credentials, and obviously I still worked where I was supposed to work. But I wouldn't have met Chris Denary if I wasn't going up that elevator, which it's just cool.
That's some sick stuff right there.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. But those nights are super long. We can stop talking about that, but you guys want to take a guess what I ate at 11 o'clock when I left the Pacers game? You get one guess.
Okay, I'll guess chicken tenders.
From where?
From where?
Yes.
Canes.
No. What I eat, bro? It's not chicken tenders.
Okay.
I was just yanking his chain. I just wanted him to.
Did you? Okay, I got it.
Like, it was really late. Just think about dirty food. Will can guess too if you're wrong. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to eat. I'm starving. They don't really feed us when I work,
There's no way you got this, bro.
Bro, like, if you're thinking right, what do you think before he guesses? You
could have said dirty food.
It was dirty food.
No, like, is it dirtier than dirt?
No.
White Castle.
No.
Okay, I was going to say White Castle, but
no.
Okay,
no,
good.
The stuff was still open, but, like, I was leaving it. And obviously, if I was on the roof, bro, I had so much traffic, and I'm like, I'm hungry, my stomach's growling. I texted Maggie, I was like, hey, this or that? And she was like, that. And I'm like,
you probably got Steak and Shake.
No. Will, what we got?
My one guess would be McDonald's.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
Taco Bell?
It was Taco Bell. I said McDonald's or T-Bell. And I'm waiting for the text. I see the bubbles pop up.
Can I guess your
Taco
order?
Bell's fire,
You don't even
by the
want
way.
to guess my order.
Actually,
I will show you my
sometimes
order,
it's
bro.
fire. Sometimes
You can
it's
read the
fire.
order. I'll just say right now. I texted her, and she said T-Bell, and I was shocked. If she would have said McDonald's, I have a tendency to ask people something, and I'll do the opposite just for shits and gigs to be funny. I really wanted Taco Bell. I don't know why I was craving. I haven't had it in so long. And I got a lot of food, man.
Dude, did you get the new
I got the new everything.
things?
Can I just read what I got? Like, I know you don't want me to have this phone out here because it looks stupid and everything.
You have to get a quesadilla, didn't you?
No.
Did you get
Let me read this
You
order.
got the new
You ready for this?
Yeah.
$20. I got the Discovery Lux box.
Yes, bro. That's
Mountain Dew Baja Blast, duh. That had slow roasted chicken cheesy dip and
Yes,
burritos.
those are the new ones. Those are
fire. I didn't even finish them. I got the two nacho cheese Doritos Locos Tacos,
Those are
chips
so
and nacho
good.
cheese with the chipotle sauce. That's not it. That's not even half of it. Spicy potato soft taco, duh. That's
Those are
gas.
good.
Classic stacker. What is that? It was delicious. It was so good. Double stack taco and nacho fries. $20. And dude, when I was checking out on the
For just yourself or for both you guys?
Who? Well, dude, it was me.
I thought it was you and
no,
Maggie.
bro. No, I got the food, and you know when you got on the app,
Dude, I
You
just
got the
don't.
app and you hit it and it goes.
Oh, that's a big fella. That's a big fella.
Christ.
Bro, I tell you what, when you order from the app in Taco Bell, that bing or
Bro,
the bong
Yeah,
is
bong,
the greatest
it's the
sound
bell.
in the
It gives
world.
you adrenaline rush. Like I did it while I was
Hey,
at
bro,
the red light. And I was like, yes,
Loki
bro, I'm
made
back.
me feel when I got Taco Bell not too long
Bro, it's
ago.
dirty.
It Loki made me feel like
No,
I
it's
needed to
bad.
go to church
No, like,
or
bro,
something.
no, I swear. No, I have a good story there because like I did that, bro.
It said ding.
when
I said no.
when I read 9 items, bro, and I heard the ding, I looked down on my stomach and I'm like, there's just no
You're
reason
like,
to be
I'm
shocked.
sorry.
Like
9
not-
items
like, this
is
it.
crazy,
9 items
bro.
is nuts, bro. They're counting all of the box options, but like there's 5 in
Damn,
there.
bro.
But still 5 options is insane.
I bet
And-
you smashed that too.
I
You
don't
didn't
know,
even
I'm not
wait.
a
You didn't
huge-
even
I'm
wait
not
to
a
get
huge-
home, bro. You
I'm
ate
not a
that in
huge
the
Taco
car.
Bell.
You had to
I
eat that in the car.
No, I persevered. I waited. Maggie went to like Dancing with the Stars concert or something or whatever the dance that night. So she was home and I pulled up and I have this big bag and she's like, "You have 2 options," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" What do I have? I was like, "What?" I was like, I wasn't in a good mood. I was like, "What?" She's like, "You either eat that in bed." Or you devour that in like 5 minutes, and I was like, "You're speaking my language." I put it down, opened the box. It took me 5 minutes to get everything out, and I'm like,
that makes it even worse.
I'm like playing with my fingers, and
This
Maggie's
whole
looking at me
thing
like,
Oh,
makes it
dude,
even
how good were
worse.
those Doritos Locos Tacos, bro?
ate both of those.
Bro,
Gas.
those are so
I had the
good.
stacker thing. Gas.
I
I had
need
the
that.
chips and cheese. Duh, that was gas. I didn't eat 4 of the items. Does that make you feel better? I had
What'd you
stuff.
do with
No,
them?
it really doesn't.
This is even worse. I packed it for lunch the next day, but I didn't eat it. I didn't
Oh
eat
my
it,
God.
dude. It was midnight. It was midnight. I'm eating all this food. I'm like, oh, what do I eat?
Jesus
And I didn't. My
Christ.
stomach didn't feel bad yet.
What is wrong with you?
I didn't-
Oh my God.
Can you let me finish?
I
man?
had it for breakfast.
No, I
6
didn't.
a.m. in the morning.
No,
before
I'll tell you about
the
You want
gym.
to know about the morning?
I think the
had-
You wanna
craziest
know
part
what
of
the
this conversation is the fact that that's still at the top of the 8th inning, bro.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's a long game. But speaking of the morning, like I ate that at midnight. Remember that? I got the top at 11. Like I left at 11. Got
Oh,
11:30. Got
goodness,
back at
bro.
midnight. That's why Maggie said 2 options. I ate it all. And I'm like breathing heavy. And Maggie's looking at me like, looking at the watch. I'm like, okay, fine. I put it in the fridge and I lay down to go to bed. I pass out like that at midnight. Dude, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
You know, like the
no,
Undertaker
bro.
meme, like when he like lays up like that. I'm telling you, bro. I had sweat down this eye, sweat down this eye. I looked up
You probably couldn't even
and I'm
walk.
reaching for Maggie, and I'm
You
like,
couldn't even walk, dude.
I
You were like this.
bro, I couldn't get up. I was like, Maggie. She's like, I was like, Maggie, I'm not good. She's like, what? And I'm like, I'll be back. And I went up and I just sat there. Nothing happened. Nothing came out
man.
of either ends. I thought I was gonna puke myself or poop myself, bro. None of it.
That's
bro.
like the worst part
No.
about Taco Bell. Like it's so good, like
the
while
moment.
you're doing it, but then afterwards, like it's just not it.
That's every single fast food restaurant.
But like more so like Taco Bell.
I don't
and
know,
McDonald's
bro.
sometimes, but Taco Bell hurts, bro.
I think Taco Bell and McDonald's make me feel that way
they
the
do.
most.
They do. But like in the moment,
I mean,
you're right,
steak,
bro.
steak and shake also makes
Maybe
me
it is
feel
a
No,
lot of
Steak
stuff.
and Shake is fire, bro.
No, I'm not saying it's
and
not
it does
fire.
not make me feel sick.
Well, if you get as much as him, you might.
Well, if you do what I did, you're gonna feel
Hey,
bad
that,
regardless.
that
bro.
7x7x7.
The
You guys
steak
ever
and-
you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
ever
yeah.
touched that before? That's some fire stuff right there.
7x7x7.
Yeah, but
It used to be $7, so it was 7 patties, 7 pieces of cheese, and for $7.77.
that's a steal. If you ask me,
It's no longer.
You like
we
that.
did that together.
I think so. I don't know if I finished it.
That
though.
is. Oh
I
my
probably
God,
did,
that
though.
sounds-
That ain't
It was,
nothing to my
it was
9
fire.
items.
It was fire.
But
That's why everybody here is.
No, Vela and I used to go to Steak and Shake together and get 2 meals.
yeah, we get
each.
we get a double cheese or you got garlic or something.
Yeah, yeah, I
and then
got
we got chicken tenders
yeah.
too, dipping over each other's ketchups, looking at
Yes.
each other,
Literally.
drinking each other's
We used
shakes
to-
and
yeah,
stuff,
that's
bro.
That's how you're supposed to eat.
I mean,
No,
we used
absolutely.
to. We
You're
also,
gonna eat or you're gonna snack.
I mean, we used to go to get the 4 for 4.
4
That steak and shake. But that was
They
$4.
wouldn't fit us in
That-
JUCO.
that
so we
doesn't
had
no,
to-
yeah, they wouldn't. That was a crazy
They
story.
didn't fit us in JUCO one time because we lost
That
the
happened
game.
to us too. You
Yeah.
and we didn't get fed.
And,
it happened a lot
and
of
we
us at
went
JUCO,
to
though.
Bleep that
get the
out.
4 and we got so much
Yeah,
food.
me, you, Montrez, and Cam just smashing food.
Smash.
But yeah, I mean, sorry, that was a ramble. But like the Taco Bell app, I didn't have it. You know, when you don't have an app downloaded and you have to re-download it, it was like that. And I was like, do I do it? And when she said Taco Bell, I hit it again. It's deleted again, bro. I deleted it. When I woke up at 4 a.m, that's the first thing I did. I was like, boom, get out. No more bell. Like I don't want that
You
bell.
were
anymore.
thinking
that's
about it.
wild.
I was
You
about
were
to
just
puke
like-
myself.
That's wild.
Bad. Wow.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, sorry, that was a ramble.
No, I mean,
that was bad.
I think
bro.
it's good though. I think that was good content.
So don't. Yeah,
right
I was just looking out for you guys not to do Taco Bell or 9 items for sure.
Yeah, definitely don't
Just-
do 9 items. You guys can go there and get us
Just get a
potato
box or
soft
something.
taco and feel decent
Stop
afterwards.
at item
but-
4 or 5. Not-
Stop at the box. Actually, you don't
yeah.
need anything other than
Just
the box.
make yourself some food.
Yeah.
Yeah, midnight. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Well, besides that, I know I've been rambling a lot here, but I watched something a week before the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Sunday before the Super Bowl, there's not much on. I think they had like the Pro Bowl, which I watched 5 minutes of. I'm not a fan. I watched ESPN 8 the Ocho. You guys ever been on that channel before?
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
It's like the dodgeball. They do that in the movie. I'm sure you guys have seen the dodgeball movie. They have just random sports like a dodgeball and stuff, but
I think I saw a pickleball one.
yeah, they have everything, bro. I think they have like
I don't even know what we're talking about.
you really don't. You check it out. I don't know how the TV ended up on that channel. I think Maggie wanted to watch something, but she was upstairs, and I accidentally hit the wrong channel, and I got to this channel, and I was like, "What is this?" And it was a
You're
girl.
getting old. That's how you know you're getting old.
I just hit the wrong channel. Is that why I'm
And then
old?
just stay on the channel. Just
Well, no,
like-
because I was
like,
laying
stay-
down. I
Stay
plugged
on
in
the
my
channel watching
Watch
some
it, yeah,
play
watch
play
that a little
kick
bit.
it back and no, bro. Like I pulled up and there's this guy and he was like air guitar. I have a video of it. I don't know if I sent it to him. I don't know if I sent it to you.
No, you sent it to me
Bro,
too.
he was like,
that was
waving his-
that was a woman.
Oh, was it a woman? Oh, yeah. Oh,
That
my
was
bad.
a woman.
My
What's an
bad.
air guitar? Okay, air
Like
guitar.
guitar, but like you
And
act
people
like
were
you're doing
jamming
it. with your hands.
out.
Yes.
People in the crowd were like
Yes.
jamming out.
They were
That
like,
was-
like
that was
and I-
insane, bro.
dude. I'm like, what am I? You would
I
say
wa-
too.
Oh, just like this?
Like yeah, like act like you have a
Using
guitar,
air
but
guitar?
that you're doing it. You would be on the channel, and she won.
she.
Dude, yeah, the video I sent you,
I
she
can't-
won.
I can't.
I'm gonna
Like-
clip it.
Okay. So let me.
You're
let
so
me
trying to get the
understand.
air guitar concept.
No. It was a competition of who was the best air guitar.
Yes. It was a random song too. It wasn't like something they prepared. It was like Luis Vergara, da-na-na-na, and you'd have to like predict what it was gonna do and have a good finish. You don't know when it's ending either. And she had the best whole part.
And people in the crowd are going crazy.
dude,
just
they have a beer in
performance.
the hand. They're like, ah.
That's insane.
And at the end, everybody came up and started doing their own air guitar, like contestants and stuff.
What?
Dude, the
No,
goofiest
dude,
show.
it's wild. That's like you sent me that and I was confused. I was like, what
No,
am I
sent
watching?
I sent to all my streaks or
I was
whatnot.
like, is
and they
this
were
like
like,
actually the real? Like, is this a real thing?
it's real. It's real.
Oh, man.
But besides air guitar, I mean, you said pickleball. What would you be good at if you like were on that channel?
Hold on.
Like-
Going back to it, the TikTok you sent today about the
Bro,
the Jose
Jose
Altuve.
Altuve.
The
is
Jose Altuve
crazy.
girl running to her bedroom.
Yeah.
The-
I was not expecting that at all. Like she started running back, and she was a dwarf.
A little person.
Little
we
person.
said no.
Or her name. What's her name?
I didn't check her
Her
username.
name, I'm
Jose.
sorry, I don't
Jose.
remember.
We'll
And
call her Jose.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
She started running back, and
You
then
saw
Jose
it, right?
Altuve
Yeah.
came
Did
out.
you
I was
see it?
just like,
Did you see
She
it?
what?
just disappeared.
Dude, it's the
into-
funniest thing, dude.
That's actually wild.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I think I'll play. I'll play
I had an idea.
darts.
Darts? How about you? What would you be good at? Like make up your own
Be
sport.
good at?
Yeah. Or, like what should they add? This is our pitch to them.
I have no clue. Like
I thought you could do like a,
dressing, like just like getting ready, like putting on
Dude, that
clothes.
could be
like
it.
that would
Who
be a
could do it
thing.
yeah.
That would be a thing that would be on there.
Hear me out.
Actually,
Yeah.
dude. It's the
Did you
dumbest.
just hear?
stuff.
Did you just hear what they do? They play air guitars and have music going in the
It's not a
background,
sport, bro.
is it real people like in the crowd?
Yes.
I can't wait till this video is shown. Honestly,
Did you not
It's
watch the video I
crazy.
sent you?
I did not see it.
That's crazy.
Okay, hear me out. The Ocho. I don't know if this is gonna be allowed for sports, but like a drinking competition.
Oh, like of alcohol?
Yeah, like
oh my
you get
God,
a partner
man.
and you do.
Have you seen that guy on TikTok that he like sits outside of any like sports event, and he has a little booth, and in front of the booth says like, if you beat me, I'll give you $20. If you beat me at chugging beer, I'll give you $20. And nobody can beat this man. Like he just goes.
How many beers is he down?
I don't know, but he probably does in less than a second. I promise you, it's insane.
I think that would be cool.
Have you
though.
guys heard of? Okay, going off of like the same conversation. Have you guys heard of CTESPN? CTESPN?
No, never.
I feel like I have, but like, what is it?
Is
it?
CTE?
Yeah.
ESPN.
You know?
Yeah, CTESPN.
Yeah.
Like what Antonio Brown has?
It's
the CT?
Antonio Brown.
Oh, it's him, right?
It's his show.
Oh, he has a show.
Yeah.
Who
And-
gives him a show?
dude himself? And he also created
What?
Cracker of the Year.
Yeah,
the Cracker of the Year
Bro,
awards.
this is so funny.
I just watched Theo
He did
Vaughn
do
and him
that.
have a
It's
conversation.
like
It
a
was
whole
the craziest
different
thing.
like department at ESPN that they just do random stuff.
No, it's like
what?
it's like fake. It's not real. Like it's
I know, but like
Oh man, dude.
they have
And
like the
Trump won Cracker of the Year this year. Like
Oh,
overall.
congrats, Don.
Yeah, congrats, Donald. That's my
Hey,
president.
That's my cracker of the year.
That's my president.
That's awesome.
Top of the ninth. We're finally almost there,
Wow,
guys.
that's great.
How many outs are right now?
None.
None,
They could come
okay.
back here.
they could come back.
They could come back
They
here.
could come back.
Oh wow, man!
I just had to mention that because I haven't talked about that with you guys, and I just think a sport that we could all do, like you get a group of 4 people and you bring like 2 cases of beer, whoever's the first.
What, beer Olympics?
Yeah, it'd be like beer Olympics for the
Case
ESPN.
race?
Yeah,
Beer Olympics is like that, bro.
Case race is the
all the drinking. games.
funnest, worst experience you will ever get.
It actually is the epitome of Beer Olympics. Like
Yeah.
if you don't have a case race in Beer Olympics, then
That's how you start.
that's how you got to start. You
Yeah.
got to start that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I participated when I was a coach. Like, I don't skip that.
That is the quickest you're ever going to puke in your life.
Do you remember that one time we were having it like 2 years ago, and Lucho was like shotgunning, and he went out to the backyard and they drank another one right after. Do you remember that?
No, that I
was
mean,
you,
you
right?
gotta yak
That's
and
the
rally.
point.
What is
Wasn't it? No, like he had Taylor on the phone
because
here.
You feel so bad. You feel so bad.
It's not about. It's
that,
not
like,
that you're drunk.
No,
it's not
it's
like
not
they,
that
just on your
it's
stomach.
that every
on
all
your
that
stomach.
stuff is just sitting
you
there.
can't even,
You gotta
it's just
like
sitting there. So like
get out of there.
once you release
Get
it,
out
you
of
feel
there.
like, oh
You
my
can drink
god,
more,
I feel great.
You had Taylor in your hand here, the beer on the floor, and then you had this down your throat.
We don't condone this.
No,
by the way.
no,
But
it
I mean,
was-
have some fun if you want
It was
to.
disgusting to watch him do this. He's like, yeah, Taylor, throw it up, and he drank her beer right with Taylor on the phone. It was so funny. What a great experience.
Yeah, that
Wow.
brings us back to college, like how like
That-
Those-
that's the college
those
life.
memories,
I
bro.
probably wouldn't do that right now.
Yeah,
Maybe.
definitely not.
yeah. If
ESPN
we
ATO
set that up
show.
for next week, I probably won't be able to make that.
Nah,
one.
bro, no, we would never do that televised. or
Never.
anything.
Televised.
on ESPN ATO show at 8:00 on Sundays.
All right, now on Saturday night we have a case race.
Just send a text for the ESPN thing, the ESPN 8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
ESPN
the
8.
new.
dude.
Coming up next after the air guitar, be ready for
Beyond
Case
the-
Race Century.
by Beyond the Dugout pod.
The
Caleb
Case
Vaughn.
Race.
Well,
Wow.
we'll be chugging 30 beers.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. Wow.
That's insane. They have one out though. It's rounding first and second, one out. Brian Stott is.
It's been an hour and 15 minutes. This podcast has. This is a long one. This has been a good
It's
one.
the baseball game's fault. It really is. I'm gonna say that right now. If
Well,
you guys,
if you're still here, I appreciate it.
yeah, if you're still here and you haven't subscribed,
Like
it's
actually,
gonna be
shout
right
out
there.
shout
Right
out
there.
to shout out to whoever's watching this.
Oh,
this
actually,
still,
no, I got a
actually.
couple shout outs actually. Will and I coach, and there's a couple guys on the team. They're high school. They're in high school, so they're not our age. They're not college. They haven't experienced any of this yet. But one of the kids came up to me. I'll call him a kid. It was Isaac. I like this kid a lot. I really do. He came up to me, whispered in my ear on Monday after we posted on Sunday, and he whispered in my ear and he said, "Hey, I like the podcast." And I got scared. Like, you don't expect to be talking about a podcast in your own podcast at a high school baseball practice. And I'm like, oh, it's just Isaac. I'm like, really, bro? Like we don't talk about that here. And he was like, I really do. And he talked about him.
Why?
He said, hey, I'm going to be scared to meet that Luis guy. And I said, why? And he's like, Aaron Hernandez. And I'm like, you definitely
Let's
watched the
go.
video. That's like 30
Watch
minutes
it for
in,
real.
bro.
Watch
And
it
the
for real.
Twins win.
Yeah.
The Twins won.
But shout out to him
Oh,
at the
come
moment
on,
that
bro.
Aaron
Shout
released
out,
this.
hey, I'm not a scary person. You can come.
Yeah, he's
and
got a rec basketball
talk to
game
me.
tonight.
I'm
so
a
if he
pretty
watches
chill
to
guy.
this point, I hope you win the game. I'm going to find out if he wins
Yeah.
it. Probably
If you can
goes
put the chill guy here, that's me. You know the chill
forward.
guy?
Yeah, I'll put him right there.
Just right here.
Yeah, he's the chill guy. He's not Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, so if you guys are still here, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you all. Tune in for this podcast and the following ones to come.
Yeah.
Peace.
Love you guys.
See you guys.